Hey, it's Avi from JustWriteMusic.com. Today we're talking about GarageBand and why I think it is absolutely the best free DAW if you're just starting out with writing or producing music. GarageBand is free, not just on Mac, but also on iPhone and iPad. The fact is, there just isn't another DAW that I'm aware of that can compete with GarageBand in terms of just how much they offer and how easy it is to get up and running making music. At the end of the video, I'm gonna share a quick project that I made only with GarageBand. Literally, I didn't touch any of the presets. I'm only using the presets and what they give me, those sounds. Everything is exactly as it loads up. All right, so the first reason why I think GarageBand is the best free DAW, especially for beginners, is ease of use. GarageBand is incredibly easy to use while still being a fully functional DAW. People can and have made professional quality projects with GarageBand. That means you can too. You just have to start making music, like today. Go, now, right? No, at the end of the video, go. The only thing keeping you from writing the music you want to write is your own skills. And GarageBand is a fantastic DAW, DAW, digital audio workstation to build those skills with. The fact that there's a mobile application for iPhone and iPad makes this even more accessible to most people. I have a student that has previous injuries on their hands and on their wrists, which just make using a desktop computer or laptop impossible. They just can't do it. It hurts too much. But they're incredibly passionate about growing their skills and writing music, so they're able to easily record themselves using the GarageBand app on their iPad. And guess what? It sounds great. They're learning and building their skills in the GarageBand app on their iPad, and it's kind of astonishing just how high quality those sounds are right out of the gate. GarageBand also does a fantastic job at zoning in on that simple and easy to use interface that still has full functionality. Just about anyone can jump in and start using it like immediately, no problem at all. It's completely unobtrusive and uncluttered, unlike some of their competitors. To make things as easy as possible, there's this little helper tool in the top left corner, the question mark in the circle here. Whatever you move your mouse over and hover over, this tool will tell you exactly what that does, so you're 100% in the know all the time. It's like really easy language too. It's not technical at all. It's fantastic. What's really impressive to me is that they were able to maintain this simplistic interface while also keeping it completely in line with the language of Logic Pro, which is a industry standard professional digital audio workstation, a DAW. This makes the transition from one to the other feel pretty seamless when you're ready for an upgrade. All right, so that's ease of use. That's probably one of the most important things, especially for like people starting completely from scratch. What is going to be the easiest for you to get up and running, making music the fastest? Because that's what your goal is. You want to get to writing music as much as you can, as quickly as possible, because that's how you're going to get better. What's also going to help you get better at writing music is clicking the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. So this video does better, and the channel does better, and I get better at helping you make better music. It's all circular. It's like a positive feedback loop and junk. But what's also really important when writing music is having like good sounds to hear the music in. I hated those early Sibelius sounds, even the current Sibelius sounds that just sound like crap. And that brings us to the next section of this review: stock instruments, plugins, and loops. The amount of stock instruments that come with GarageBand is staggering. You can make massive ensembles with just the stock instruments. It's kind of insane. Anyone looking to start messing around with orchestral samples or start writing music for media or interested in that, this should be your first stop. It'll get you used to writing in the piano roll with MIDI or with a MIDI keyboard. And that's like how a lot of this is done these days. Speaking of which, GarageBand also comes with this really nifty trick called the musical keyboard, which turns your computer keyboard into a MIDI input piano keyboard. That's crazy awesome. I can't tell you how many times I've been working at a coffee shop or something, just pop in my headphones and I'm able to feel out a piece or a composition that I'm writing just with the musical keyboard. It's crazy how functional it is too. If you click tab, if you hold it, that's like a sustain pedal. It's got octave switching, pitch shift, modulation. It's nuts. Just hit Command K to bring it up and it's right there, and it shows you exactly what keys on your keyboard correspond to the notes on the musical keyboard, on the piano. This is so awesome for recording quick MIDI lines on the go while still giving them a human feel. There's also a score editor which allows you to input the MIDI and write with MIDI using actual music notation as well for all of y'all old school classical types. All of y'all? Points right there. That's huge for me. I got a composition degree. That's like barking up my tree. Is there another free DAW that does this? Tell me in the comments if there is. I haven't seen it yet because this is just crazy. This is like an over-deliver on an over-deliver. GarageBand also offers a ton of loops that make it so easy to just start creating quickly and start building your arranging instincts. Arranging, in my opinion, is the secret sauce to solid songwriting. Try saying that 5 times fast. Having so many loops available is also so helpful to just get up and running. You don't have to keep coming up with your own core material over and over again. I mean, you still should and you will. And as a beginner, that is a huge barrier. These are high quality loops too, and they have so much variety in them that the music that comes out of it will still feel like your music. The plugins are unfortunately where I think GarageBand is at its weakest. There has to be a downside, right? I mean, it's really not too bad. It's much more of a graphical thing than anything else. The actual sound quality seems fine. At worst, GarageBand simply forces you to use your ears to get the sound you want, rather than relying on some type of visual medium, which, you know, old school audio folks will say, good on GarageBand. This is the way things were done in the professional audio world for a really long time. And having good ears and finely tuned ears is always a really, really valuable skill. The worst offender here is definitely the noise gate and the compressor. The compressor does give you all the parameters you need, but without a gain reduction visual or even a number of gain reduction, so that's a little bit weird. But the noise gate's just a slider. All you can do is control the threshold of when it starts to cut the sound off, and that's it. You get no more control than that, which is kind of lame. But it's not a deal breaker. It works well enough. The good news here is that GarageBand, like other fully functional DAWs, allow you to install third-party plugins. So when you are ready to get into the details a little bit, get into the weeds a little bit, you're able to get your own third-party plugins, install them in there, and use them, and still be at home in your interface in GarageBand. There's a ton of free third-party plugins you can install. In fact, I just did a video about third-party plugins and whether or not they're worth the money. Go check that out up there in the corner place. Next are these things they're calling the smart controls. I'm personally not a huge fan of these smart controls, but that's also kind of because they came after my time. By the time they came out as a feature, I was already used to doing things a certain way, and I was already using Logic by that point too, so it just really never made sense to me because they didn't give me as much control as those other ways of doing things, so I never really saw the point in using them. That being said, if you're just starting out, those smart controls are actually pretty great, and they give you really nice visual medium of what things kind of could look like in a studio and what the knobs do and what they look like, and they're pretty well integrated into the software. So definitely use them, play around with them. They're an easy way to get a solid sound, and some of those parameters are kind of hard to find. So those are the stock instruments, loops, and plugins. There's a huge variety there that can get you up and running so quickly. That's kind of the whole theme of this. GarageBand will get you writing music so fast. Last but not least, there's really just one feature I want to highlight here in the last part of the review, and that's Virtual Drummer. If you needed one reason to choose GarageBand over any other free DAW, this is it. Virtual Drummer is exactly what it sounds like. It's a high quality virtual session drummer. I made a really in-depth video about Virtual Drummer a little while ago, so if you're interested in getting into the weeds with that, go check that out up there in the corner place as well. Virtual Drummer makes it crazy easy to get legit amazing drum parts for your songs. Like really good ones, custom ones that can be based directly from your music. I'm gushing. Whether you're just looking for some light percussive elements or like a full-fledged drum set with everything you can think of, it's all there at your fingertips. All you need is your ears and to know whether or not you like something. You can add fills, you can add swing, oh my God, there's so much you can do. There's so much variety. It comes with specific drummers, these specific virtual drummers that specialize in specific genres. And there are beats found in those genres that those drummers can do. And you can even create fusion sounds and fusion stuff by mixing and matching drum sets and drummers. This means you can make drum parts for a massive variety of genres and drum sets and drum sounds and percussion. This is free, by the way. This is all still free. All right, so there you go. That's my full review on GarageBand and why I think it is absolutely, hands down, the best free DAW for beginners. If you're interested in starting to write or produce your own music, go work with it. this is your best bet at getting good fast. All right, let's get to the example. Here's a 2-minute-ish piece of music that I wrote for this video in GarageBand with literally just presets. Didn't touch a single knob, didn't touch a single parameter after loading up these presets. So here you go. There you go. That's all I have for you today. Those are my 3 reasons why I think GarageBand is the best free DAW for beginners. Best DAW for beginners. Full stop. Do you agree with me and think that GarageBand is all that? Or do you think I'm wrong? Let me know down in the comments. Now that you know where to start with your first DAW, it's time to get some songs in the bank. I put together a free PDF that'll help you get your next song started in just a couple of minutes. I call it the 3-step song starter. Just like GarageBand, it's crazy simple to understand and crazy easy to use. Literally, it's just 1 page written in easy language because I know you would rather be writing an awesome song than reading a 10-page PDF about how to write an awesome song. This was made so you can do each step super fast, so you can find that song in your head that's waiting to be written. Head to justwritemusic.com/songstarter to get my free gift to you. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. Thanks so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy it, dislike it. Do what you will. I can take it. I'm Avi from justwritemusic.com, and don't forget to be awesome.